Hello everybody, it's me, Antonio. How's everyone doing? Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Bloody hell, I've been away. I went away at the weekend. Only just came back yesterday. Had to have a day off work today to recover. So didn't get to do the download yesterday. I was trying to do it, but didn't get time to do the updates. My weekly updates. So I'll do it today. So this is the weekly update for last week, for the 30th of May. Raw. Becky Lynch basically comes out, says she wants to win the title. She doesn't want Oscar to come out. Well, she doesn't want obviously Oscar to win, anyone else to win. She thinks she can regain the title and turn it into a great story. Oscar then comes out talking her language, saying her stuff. Then Bianca basically comes out and says, hey, you girls ain't getting this. She's the EST, the fastest, the bestest, the strongest. And then a big brawl breaks out. Then it turns into Oscar versus Bianca Belair on a one-on-one match. Really good. Obviously, they both can go. Great wrestlers. In the end, Bianca Belair won by a roll-up off a distraction off Becky, which then Becky jumps in and beats everybody down. Then it's Ezekiel and the Mysterios versus Alpha Academy and KO. Really good match. In the end, Ezekiel got the win on that one. Cody then is Cody's segment. It seems to be the show, Raw does seem to revolve around Cody these days. Even got the Cody countdown, so it's sort of revolving around him at the moment. But he's basically there putting over Seth Rollins, saying how his dad gave a lot of props to Seth, saying he's a great wrestler, he's got great potential, he's the future. So he's basically saying he was very nervous about his match at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins because he is the best. But then Seth comes out, gives Cody no props whatsoever, says he hates him, he needs to get rid of him, said him and his little friends started to tear down everything that Seth was building, and then Cody smashed the throne and then came back trying to reclaim it, which he did at one of his AEW entrances. Then it turns out into a big brawl, as it always does. Then we had Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. Good match, and Alexa won, so Alexa's on a bit of a roll. Then it was Miz TV, where the Street Profits came out, so basically started disrespecting Miz. And then in between all of that, it's the 24-hour championship was defended. Brawl breaks out. Dana Brooke's there. But then Tamina actually gets the title finally. She wins it, but then is betrayed by Tawazaki. He gets the title in the end and then walks off. Then we had Mustafa Ali versus Tommaso Ciampa. Good match, which Ali won by DQ due to Theory. Then it was Theory versus Ali, because Theory did say this match that he beat Ciampa in was for a United States title match, which, because Ali won, he got the title match, but Theory, instead of giving him at a disclosed location or another pay-per-view, another Raw, he gave it like literally instantly after the match. And yes, Theory won. But then Adam Pearce comes out and says Theory's going to have to defend the title at Hell in a Cell against Mustafa Ali. So that was a bit of justice there. Then we had Riddle versus Shin, like a newly formed tag team due to RKO, Randy being injured. So it was them against the Usos in a match. Really good match, but it ended in a DQ because Jimmy hit Riddle with his own scooter. So that was that. Then we had Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Obviously, Rhea Ripley's now joined Judgment Day, tearing things up, beating people down. But Liv Morgan is now sort of coalition, started herself with the Bullet Club members, with Finn and AJ, which actually Liv Morgan actually won for once, because she's been losing quite a bit to Ripley, and it was a roll-up. One of the most devastating moves. Then in the main event, we had Lashley and Omos and MVP with the contract signing, and obviously it breaks into a brawl, which ended in Omos getting speared for a table. So that's a nice lead into Hell in a Cell. So that was Raw. So then Smackdown, New Day and Drew basically came out. 6-man tag versus Team Irish or Team Sheamus, Ridge and Butch. Good match. Good match in the end. Obviously, the all can go, but in the end, Sheamus won. Then we had Jinder versus Humberto. Um, and Shanky was down there as well. Shanky's now doing this dancing stuff, which is quite funny. Which sort of distracted Amber. He sort of caused a distraction in there, which led Jinder to win the match. And at the end of it, Jinder was quite smiling, sort of smiling at Shanky because he got the win. So quite funny. Then we had Natalia. So this was like the match was meant to happen on Raw. It didn't happen on Raw. It's like a 6-pack match, I believe it was. Shayna Baszler, Natalia, Aaliyah, Shotzi, Rodriguez, and Zali in a 5-pack match, 6-pack match, 6-pack women's match, I'd say. Where the winner becomes the near enough the number one contender for Ronda Rousey's title, in which Natalia won. So it's going to be Natalia facing Ronda at some point. Then we had Madcap Moss calling out Corbin. Obviously, what's happened now, Madcap Moss has changed his music, his attire. He's no longer wearing the straps. He's out there, black trunks, new funky music, heavy metal-ish type music. So he basically is his own character now. So he's calling out Madcap Moss, and he wants a match with him. Calling out Corbin, not Madcap Moss. Corbin comes out, goes, yeah, I'll beat you up, and then it turned to a brawl. And then in the end of it, Adam Pearce said Corbin has to face Madcap Moss at Hell in a Cell. And then in the main event, we had the Usos versus Riddle and Shinsuke for the Unified Tag Team Championships. In the match, Shin got injured, which then led to a similar scenario where Riddle was going to go for a super RKO. This is right at the end of the match, off the top rope on Jimmy, but then Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief, the unified WWE World Universal Champion, put all that together. That's how you pronounce it anyway. His music started playing, which then distracted Riddle. He fell off, and then Jay hit the big splash and got the 1, 2, 3, and still your unified tag team champion. But then it goes to a cutscene, and then you see Sami Zayn in the background playing the music of Roman Reigns, which then cost them the match. So that was it. That was your rundown in under 8 minutes. If you haven't seen Raw, you can always watch it here. Raw, Smackdown, you can always watch it here. I do review both of them, so you can just watch it here if you don't see it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for supporting me.